everyone! In today's video, I'm going to be giving you 10 free-to-use story ideas for your Seinen Manga, comic, or light novel. I hope you enjoyed today's video and that these ideas inspire you in the stories you're telling. Idea number 1. A young boy goes to sleep every night and wakes up in his dreams in a dark and abandoned land. The only thing in front of him is a rusty sword. For years, he was afraid to pick up the sword and fight the monsters in his dreams, but eventually he gains the strength. He begins fighting the monsters in his nightmares. As time goes on, he learns that these monsters are trying to get to the real world, and are appearing when people let their dark thoughts overcome them. Now armed with the sword in his nightmares, he must free the people in the dreamscape who are afflicted by the monsters in the real world. Idea number 2. A character wakes up in the middle of the desert with no memory of how they got there. After stumbling through the desert for some time, another character on a flying spacecraft finds them and brings them to safety. The truth is, the world went through an apocalyptic event, and this character is the only one who survived. They may have the key to destroying the corruption in this new world and saving the people within it. However, with their memories now gone, the key is believed to be lost forever. Over the course of this story, they meet other characters and slowly piece together their past, while trying to survive in this strange new location. Idea number 3. A character is discovered washed up on the shore of a beach. A person living in a cottage nearby finds them and drags them to safety. The character has a mostly artificial body with the brain and mind of a human. The person in the cottage brings them back to health and over time cares deeply for the character. When the character begins to feel a calling towards the ocean again, they know that they must follow it. If they do not, destruction may fall onto the earth. Their savior tries to stop them, but they return to the ocean, using their artificial body to swim under the water. There, they discover a whole new world under the ocean. With this character under the water and the other character on land, they may need to work together to save the planet they love. Idea number 4. Since they were very young, a character has trained every day. They are the person who was born to slay a beast that terrorizes the world. As they grew up, they were constantly told that this was their destiny, their one purpose for existing. They found little purpose in their life and instead focused on their task. But when they eventually got old enough to fulfill their purpose, they go to find the beast. And they learn that this beast is not as dangerous as they once assumed. They learn to care about the beast, and instead fear the very people who raised this character to become the slayer they are today. Idea number 5. A character finds a mysterious scroll one day. The scroll is a curse, and the words of the spell appear all across their body. Anyone who reads the scroll becomes the servant of the person who created it. The person who created the scroll tracks them down and urges them to go on a specific quest. For a certain reason, the spellcaster is unable to fulfill this quest themselves. Without much other choice, these characters go on the quest together and learn more about each other along the way. Idea number 6. In a dystopian world, a baby is found abandoned in monster territory. The child is raised by the monsters there, believing that they are one of them. When humans find the baby, who is now grown up into an adult, the humans also fear the adult, believing that they too are a monster disguised as a human. The only one who trusts them is one of the servants of the group of humans, who can see the kindness in the adult. But as war between the monsters and humans begins to start, this adult who was raised by the monsters is uncertain of their place in the world. Raised by monsters, they can relate to them like they are family. But in their heart, they begin to have feelings towards the human servant who shows them kindness. Idea number 7. A character is artificially created, an android designed to be a weapon. They work as an assassin on difficult jobs and are not allowed to show any emotion beyond their task. On one particular mission, they end up getting trapped and are unable to escape. The years pass, and as they do not age, the time seems to pass in a blink of an eye. When the android is finally found, centuries later, the world that they knew looks entirely different. Humanity has found peace, but the android still remembers the destruction of being an assassin. Unsure of their new path, they try to learn more about what it means to find peace from the human that found them. Idea number 8. A group of soldiers find peace in a field of flowers off from the battlefield. After a difficult battle, they would come here to take a moment to themselves. They would talk about their lives back at home and try to pretend that they weren't here to fight. One day, one of the soldiers gets distracted by a strange light in the field. The group of soldiers is pulled through into the light and awaken in a land of elves. The elves have been watching them, and they required their assistance on an important task. The elves have their own battles to fight, but they need experienced soldiers. And this battle would not only impact the world of the elves, but the human world also. Idea number 9. A character finds a mysterious necklace that works as a barrier. Every time someone tries to attack them, the barrier protects them. As this character has been terribly bullied before, the necklace is a great relief for them. Through the confidence this necklace has now brought them, they are able to stand up for others getting bullied and help people where they were afraid before. Through this process, they make friends and are able to learn what it means to stand up for those you care about. Idea number 10. An abandoned robot stands in the middle of a grassy field. It is covered in vines and has clearly been there for a long time. 2 children like to play on the hill, pretending that the robot is a character in their games. In this world, robots are commonplace, but life is hard for humans and robots alike. The robot listened all this time, and one day the robot comes to life. The robot gives the children certain abilities and tells them that they are the only ones who can help to save the human and robot world. They must go to the cauldron where the robots are created and stop a particular scientist from creating one of the most dangerous robots ever known to humanity. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. I hope you enjoyed these 10 free-to-use ideas for your seinen manga or novel. Let me know in the comment section down below which ideas were your favorite. Again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!